Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are playing Jeleva Nephalia Scourge. We are two-headed gianting. It's me and Derevi, okay, Stephen McCrory, 42 something, against Sliver Overlord, who's up here, and then Monkey Man, who's playing Thada Adel. Good thing he's not attacking me. Oh, actually, it's probably a bad thing, because my artifacts are pretty bad. I am playing third. He's playing second. So this is the mix on two-headed giant. I like to see if we're going to have it. I think in normal two-headed giant, you guys play at the same time. Each team plays together, but that's not really possible on Moto. But at least he's going first, and then his teammate's going last, and then we're going second and third. It kind of sort of balances it out. He still draws for a turn, which is unfortunate. So he's playing Derevi. If you've never seen Derevi, it's on the new Commander 2000, and Jite is insane in Thada Adel deck. Oh well, I spelled it wrong. So whenever Derevi enters the battlefield, I'm going to play Evolving Wilds. Enters the battlefield, or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. So it's a 2/3 flyer for a green, white, blue. The Bird Wizard, for what that's worth. The Jite, there it is. He's got his own. And you can pay one green, white, blue and just put him onto the battlefield at any point in time from the command zone. So he can't be countered if you play one green, white, blue. Unless you have a stifle. And even then you're not really countering him, you're just delaying the casting of him. Because it doesn't get more expensive. So he's kind of a weird one. He's kind of interesting because he's like kind of good against like a control, because you can just keep attacking with him, but he's not really a good Voltron deck. Because he's a 2/3 flyer and he's no evasion other than flying. And if you're gonna suit him up, and you need to suit him up with artifacts, not well, that was a good draw. Suit him up with artifacts and not enchantments, which enchantments tend to be better. Good luck. Alright. We're going to play our Soul Ring because we're super awesome. Play Augur Bolus because Augur Bolus is a fun card. And it's a card I never played with until I got this deck. I didn't play during that standard period. Well, I did, but I just never played with Augur Bolus. Soul Manipulation or Annihilate? I think this Annihilate. Annihilate seems kind of sweet. Annihilate. Take it. We can annihilate his Thada Adel, which is kind of his main squeeze. I can't spell tonight. Sorry about that. It's pretty late. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. Clot Sliver. Interesting. Gets blocked by Augur Bulls because he's an Augur boss. So Thada Adel, cast Thada Adel, he's going to get annihilated. It's going to keep me off playing red mana, which I really I need a red mana at some point here, because this Rupture Spire, not ideal. So if you didn't know, we are playing the pre-constructed Commander 2013 product. He just bashing with Thada Adel and with impunity here. So I don't think I wait for him to equip next turn, because he's very likely to have, or he could very possibly have, like a remand. He could have Counterspell, Mana Leak, Negate, etc., etc. And I don't want to wait for that to happen. I'd rather just kill his Thada Adel and be done with it. Biden of Thassa. Not so good we have no creatures in play. Vampire Nighthawk. Alright. We're just going to kill this now. Kerbam. Get killed. We're gonna block because I don't know, slivers. Because I don't know, sliver. What do we draw? Swamp? Alright. We definitely need to hit a red land, so we're gonna probably just play the red land. Or the Rupture Spire here. He is playing Training Grounds. That is pretty good. It's good with his commander. That's scary. Wow. It's not looking so spicy for us here. Your hand doesn't do a lot. I mean, he has Biden, which no creatures besides these, which don't do anything on their own, really. I mean, it's a 2/2 flyer. They have to pay 5 mana to echo. Karmic Guide is pretty sweet. I love the art on this card. This card is so sweet. 12 cards? What? You need a way to... Yeah, 12 cards is not too bad. Oh, what's that card do? Nothing. Exiles these cards, I guess. They don't do anything. They don't really do anything in my graveyard. Who's he targeting? Me? I don't think I have any way to get land back. Maybe he doesn't notice I'm playing Precon. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't notice that. Oh, there's a relic. Mirari's Wake. That was a good draw. I like the original Mirari's Wake art a lot better with the sword like in the stone. The Mirari, whatever. It looks much better. This one, I'm not as big a fan. He's got Training Grounds. He's got 1, 2, 3. He can possibly play his general next turn. Okay. Not the best draw here. Can't hold up Dismiss. So might as well just play Vampire Nighthawk. Also attack him. See if he blocks. Probably not. Attack. I can always cycle this Decree as well. If he decides to go for his Sliver plan. Vampire Nighthawk. The Nighthawk in the deck for whatever reason. It's in there. Flying Death Touch like Link. 2/3. You know, it's okay, but it's kind of out of place in this deck, I feel. But it's in there, so there it is. So now we have red mana. We have to be able to cast our general, which is kind of interesting. We're gonna have 6 because there's literally nothing we can do. There's no Dispel in our deck. Let's see, does he play his general this turn? Looks like he does. Slamming his general. He's not. Playing Rakdos Signet. This Rakdos Signet has funny art. It's like a smashed up mask. Alright, Thada Adel. Thada Adel is having some problems getting in so far. I thought he was going to draw 6 cards this turn. He didn't do it. Blur Sliver. That could be a problem. Good thing I have Vampire Nighthawk in play. What is this? He's tapping mana. Talarian wins. What? Alright, he's not liking his hand, apparently. He wants to switch it out. So he's basically cycling his whole hand. Well, his hand was pretty bad, to be honest. Other than the island, I wouldn't want to be able to cast any of these cards. I mean, maybe the Mirror Retriever, but we have not really shown a whole lot of artifact destruction so far. And hopefully he's probably going to have a better hand than he had before. Untap target artifact creature. Interesting. Yeah, his hand was pretty beat. It was like a beat card. So he's gonna slam Thada Adel because Thada Adel just rely on their general to actually cause action, and as you can see, his hand is pretty bad. And if he didn't have Thada Adel to steal Soul Rings, he'd be in a pretty rough shape, as he sort of is right now. I can just cycle Decree. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just cycle Decree at some point. Oh no, cycle my lands, my card. Actually, I'm the only one that's not him. It's fine. Only thing I think I'm like decking it back are creatures. Oh no, I've Snap. No, I don't have Snapcaster. I don't know what's in this deck. Ooh, Illusion. Let's see what he does now. He's just gonna get a Recurring Insight. He's really going deep on this. Well, I guess now he can Recurring Insight anyway. This is pretty good. How many cards do you gonna draw? 4? I don't know why I'm not F6 yet. Oh, there you go. Cards. Darn Bant decks doing all the broken things. Oh, you got a Force of Will. Did he not have one before? I don't know. I feel like he didn't. Let's just hold up the Cree of Pain cycling here. And then if Thada Adel goes deep and tries to do some shenanigans with Thada, I'm just going to cycle it away and kill all his things. And then I can also kill some slivers. Very possibly. You know, I'm just holding the fort for Stephen McCrory not to get bashed. Sliver Overlord. Oh no, I can just search up slivers now. I can just... Actually... You don't need this guy. That guy sucks. I mean, he has Consecrated Sancts, just like a better version of that card. So now I can hold up Cycling Decree here. Let's see what he does. There's a possibility he has Stifle. There's always a possibility, or Trick Bind. I think he told me he actually just opened packs and got a Force of Will, which is kind of funny. He's not even going to equip. Herp. Maybe he'll ninja it. Nah. No thank you. You don't get anything. He was staring at... He was hacking. He just knew I had something to create a fan. Goodbye, sweet creatures. So what I've noticed with Jeleva, once you start casting Jeleva, you actually don't have a whole lot of room to, like, keep her things in order. So you can cast his Thada Adel maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he has 7 mana, you can cast Thada Adel. The card Silver Golem, not terrible. You can make a Jite a creature. Oh man, imagine if you made Jite a creature when I cycled, that'd be insane. He's relicking. Okay. Alright, maybe now I will have to not spend all my removal spells, and he can start doing broken things with all his mana. Considering he has like 1 billion mana now. This Jeleva Precon's holding on the fort, right? I actually drew all the spells that I wanted to draw, so now I'm probably going to just exile like all the creatures that I would want to play. I'm an F6. For value, of course. So it's Christmas Eve. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Post some stuff. Come on, it's Christmas. Let's celebrate. Actually, this is my 300th video, guys. That's pretty insane. Like, I started this for fun. I'm doing this for fun. I've not been perfect over the last, like, it's been like 2 years, really. I've been recording. It's kind of just gone by. I started with kiki-jiki, one deck. I posted like over 100 decks with 100 games with kiki-jiki, and that's. And you guys kept loving it, and then I was like, someone was like, you gotta post a new video, post a new deck, post a new deck. So I kind of forced myself, and I posted new decks, and you know, I'm not a perfect player, I'm not a perfect person. I'll try to be better. I'll do my best, but it's fun. This is a lot of fun. I don't know. I kind of feel like I've led the way for the EDH Stampede at least on YouTube. I mean, EDH is pretty big, a lot bigger than me. But on YouTube, I don't know. I was kind of doing the YouTube thing before like streaming became pretty big, and now people are streaming a lot. Like I know Tom on MTG Radio has been streaming. I know he did some YouTube videos before I did, but he kind of like let that die. Then I don't know. I just kind of did it for fun, and then here we are. It's pretty awesome. I've got like 1,400 of you watching. Sometimes, I mean, there's 1,400 of you subscribed. And that's pretty sweet that there's that many of you who actually want to watch my videos, and I kind of like amazed by it in a way. So there we are, and we're playing this pre-constructed deck, which is just so silly. We have a Vampire Nighthawk and an Augur Bolts in play. We're playing an old standard deck with a Soul Ring. And I wish you could hear my music because it's pretty. Ooh. You can do 2 damage and 4 damage. That card, not the best. Black, red. Man, I could almost hold up Dismiss. That sucks. Karn can kill 0-mana artifacts, so if you have any, don't play them. So it's pretty good in a 4-player game, right? You get a lot more hits. So what did our opponent draw? A lot of land. Not the best, but he has this Derevi. What? One card? Oh my god, really? What? Oh my gosh. That was just so bad. Whatever, you gotta do it. You can return the 3 target creature. Oh my gosh, come on. In a 4-player game, I don't think I've ever seen that bad in like a 1-player game or a 2-player game, but like in a 4-player, what did I exile? I exiled Charmbreaker, Temple Bell, Mountain, Mnemonic Wall. Necrom exiled 4 lands. Holy jeez. Okay. He exiled the Vidalcan Engineer, Sword of Bunny Mine, which I'm glad is not Silvermere, and Master of Ethereum. Interesting. So he's drawing 1 billion cards. This is pretty awesome for him. We're just watching. A 1/3. I don't know. I feel like this card could have been a little bit more powerful. I think a 2/4 would have been fair-ish. It's a blue, black, red card, so it actually has a pretty strict converted mana cost. I don't think a 2-flower flyer would have been out of the question. Was it not a Snapping Drake? There's a McKinney Griffin. I feel like this would have been fair as a McKinney Griffin. The 1/3 just like it's super ultimate non-pressure. And she just isn't that good on her own. I feel like this could have easily been a 2/4. Or even just a 2/3. I mean, Derevi's a 2/3. He does broken things. Or she. I don't really know. Just gonna F6. Oh, Edric would be pretty nice. Love the Edric. I don't need an Edric. So he's gonna GT things. That's gonna be bad for me though. Oh, we can't because if Karn blocks. If Karn gets blocked, he loses all his power. There's not a combo with GT because GT needs to do combat damage. I typed that wrong. I like this Vivid Marsh art. It's like a marsh with some oil slick, and I like that the oil slick represents all the colors because you can see the reflection of all the colors. I mean, it's probably not oil slick because I don't know if oil slicks really exist in Magic. Maybe he might do that. That would suck. So the Mycosynth Lattice is a card that turns all cards into artifacts. Like all cards in graveyards, hands, I think all spells, all permanents become artifacts. So you can basically turn all lands into artifacts, and then Karn can just make 1 mana Stone Rain all your opponent's lands per 1 mana Stone Rain, 1 mana Stone Rain, because all lands have 0 converted mana cost, and he just basically turns them into 0/0 creatures and they die. I've seen that happen. I've seen Karn, like specific Karn decks play with like Mycosynth Lattice on its own. He might have that in his deck. I'm not really sure. Is he gonna tap Karn? Sure. He has more mana than he needs. He gets Stonecloaker even. If he wanted to. I don't know if he does, but Stonecloaker. Alright, I think we're gonna win this game. My teammate Steven over here is gonna do a lot of jazz here. I mean, he's got a lot of land, but he's got Lightning Greaves, he's got Crucible to keep drawing land, Edric, Stonecloaker if he needs it, Derevi. Derevi's gonna be able to untap, like whatever. And the blue player doesn't have any permission spells. I mean, he's got 4 mana, and if he had a permission spell worth playing, I think he would be able to cast it at 4 mana, or he's not interested in casting them. Either that, I don't know. He probably just doesn't have one. Probably has a bunch of like random artifacts like the ones he's exiled already. Did we see what he exiled? Yeah, Vidalkin. That card, I should try that card out for the artifact deck. It seems pretty decent. I mean, it's possible he's not playing the Lattice, or he just wants to play a heavy blue artifact deck with Thada as the general, because, he wants to just be artifacts. It's not necessarily that he's playing the Lattice just to kill land. GTA is pretty nice, though. Crucible. So our teammate's going pretty deep. There's still Sliver Overlord over here. He's gonna draw a bunch of... He made lightning or what? Wait, how did this happen? Did he do that? Oh, he didn't want to get Edric haste, but now he's got... Oh, Lightning Greaves doesn't have haste either. Lightning Greaves can't attack. The floating boots. They actually just look like floating boots in the picture. It actually suits well as a creature equipment. I like it. It's in the another Misty Rainforest. I think he made it. Oh, he made. So yeah, Karn can just be value. He knocks equipment off your opponent's creatures because creatures can't equip creatures. So he's only drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Not bad, right? 8 cards. Oh no, 6 cards. He's untapping a bunch of permanents. If he really wanted to go deep last turn, he could have actually. He had double mana for Derevi. He could have returned it back to his hand, and like I think he could have cast it again, tapping another land or something. Not cast it, but he flashed it with his effect. So you can see Derevi is going nuts here. He's hitting. His creatures are hitting. He's being triggering his ability to tap or untap permanents. Pretty much going to untap his lands based on what he draws. He should have stacked these a little bit better, actually. He should have stacked his draws on top and then Derevi's on bottom. Or maybe not. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Because you still have to pick your target before the trigger happens. So, I guess it doesn't make a difference at the end of the world. Common damage. You may return a creature. No. Oh, Seedborn. Seedborn, always a fair card, right? Gaia's Cradle. Okay, that's pretty good as well. Yeah, card not the ideal GT target. Unless it doesn't get blocked. If it gets blocked, it just doesn't do anything. I want to make a card deck at some point, so if you guys want to stay tuned for that, I'm definitely going to do it. But for now, I want to make this war themed deck. We're gonna do a 4-player game at some point with the war deck. Hopefully, you guys can see that soon. I've been waiting for Tarasco to get not busy. I mean, it's the holidays, so everyone's busy. I'm up so late, but I'm gonna be like waking up early at some point, or just sleeping in. But tell me something about Christmas. What do you guys do on Christmas? I celebrate Christmas, basically Christmas Eve. It's Polish tradition to celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. It's the Vigilia, the Christmas Eve dinner. My whole life I've opened all my presents on Christmas Eve. I've always felt awesome about that because I've always opened them a night earlier, but I had to eat the Polish food, pierogi, and I could not eat that stuff, pierogi and glumki. My mom forced me to in order to get my presents. And now that I'm old enough, I don't have to worry about that too much. But plus, when you're old enough, you can kind of just buy the things you want. Alright. You can blow some things up. Draw cards first, probably. Too bad we can't kill this. This is pretty good with Adric. Alright, let's attack with the 2 flyer flies. Draw some cards. What does this do? Nothing. It's draw a card. It's a what's this thing? It's a Finkel. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Sort of. Do you have a counterspell? No. Propaganda. How do I kill Karn? I just want to cast this and kill everybody. How do I kill Karn? What? Am I missing something? Oh, this card. Oh, this card kills artifacts. Fine. I just want to cast Army of the Damned. Yeah, Army of the Damned. Let's hope we dodge a Wrath. Yeah, Army of the Damned. It's my goal in life. It's good with Edric. Zombies, brains. Hold on, a little bit brains. Alright, this this thing is doing nothing. It did draw me a card. I will admit it has drawn me a card. Drawing a land ramp. Not the best. He should just draw a permission spell and put the game away. If we get Wrath, it'd be so sad. Alright, we're waiting for our opponent to do things. No need for our brains when you use counter spells. What counter spells? Oh, you can search. You can search for things. All the land. Uh-oh. What? Did I cast any counter spells? I didn't cast any. There's one in my hand that's like the only counter spell in this whole deck. Heart Sliver. Uh-oh. He's in a Shapesharer. Yep, I think it's gonna happen. We'll find out shortly enough. Yep, he's gonna try to steal creatures with this thing. He's gonna make whatever creature he wants into a Sliver, and then steal it with Sliver Overlord. Because he's not gonna get his haste, but what's he doing? He's gonna get Stone Cloaker. No one expects the Stone Cloaker. My phone's ringing. Why? Oh, alarm. Oh, it's not for... What's going on? Why is that set? That's a mistake. My phone is bugged out. Don't exile my army. Oh my god, what if you exile my army to troll me? That'd be so bad. They don't have any cards in their graveyard. My Jeleva doesn't do... It does nothing. Oh, look at it. It's Phage. Turn 3 target creature cards. Oh, the creature type... This card needs to die. That's not doing anything. Just leaves back as... But it does draw a card, so... The problem is now Stonecloaker is on the battlefield, so we can't actually, like, stop this from happening. Should I block this? Probably. Let's block it. It gives me a reason to cast this Pheto Dredging. I can actually cast it and get back a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. You are a wizard, Harry. That is for the reals. Alright, you need to draw some permission spells. Does he have permission spells in his deck? He's playing a banned deck. Well, apparently not. He has a Force of Will, but other than that, I haven't seen any. This Grixis deck has one. But dismiss. Class dismissed. That card doesn't do anything. Wurmcoil is so... This is a card that I see played a lot on Commander, and just, for the most part, it really doesn't do anything. It dies with Swords to Plowshares, which is not what you're always going to see. I mean, I can't say it's bad, but I don't really feel the need to play this card in most decks. In kiki-jiki, it's insane because you're copying it, you're getting, like, an attack with a 6/6 Death Touch Lifelinker, plus you're getting a 3/3 Death Touch and a 3/3 Lifelinker at the end of the turn. You just keep compounding on that, and plus if you have a Warstorm Surge in play, this kills any creature and gains 6 life. I mean, he is playing an artifact deck, so that's fine. Maybe he has a workshop, and he's got the Vulcan Engineer. But in most decks, I just feel people play Wurmcoil in every deck because it's a 6-mana colorless card. But it doesn't do a whole lot. And hopefully he blocks us because it just does absolutely nothing if he blocks. Please block. It does nothing. It gets -0 or -4 and it comes to 0/8. There you go. Unless he has like a card that trades power and tough. What is he doing? It's block with one. Oh, you can double block it. Does this trigger twice or just once? It triggers once. Okay. That attack. That attack. Yeah, it just triggers once, I guess, right? The goggles. They do nothing. Oh no. Didn't work. That doesn't work. Why? No. Why doesn't it work? They do nothing. Oh, so Monkey Man. Oh, the Thada Adel deck. The deck that a lot of the time, if they can't bash in with Thada Adel and acquire something from you, they just don't get there. I mean, he didn't have the counter magic to kind of back up the weak start and the weak hand. I don't know if he plays a lot of counter magic. He might just not play a lot of permission spells, and that could be a flaw, or maybe that's just by design of his deck. He just doesn't want to play a lot of counter spells, and that's pretty cool of him if that's the case. I mean, the Derevi deck is pulling ahead by a lot. I mean, he's got Seaborn Muse, Avenger, Fetch Lands, Skytrial Claim, what else? So it's like, it's becoming insane for anyone to keep up with this engine here. I mean, plus I do have, 13 zombies that are going to draw 13 cards. Avenger of Zendikar. Yeah, the game's out of reach. Unless he was to have, like... I mean, I don't even know what he could have at this point. He could have just have Wrath of God, and even that, I would have drawn 13 cards, so... I think he's pretty close to dead. Christmas Eve. Ho ho ho. They're like little Christmas trees, right? Not quite. I don't know if I want to hang ornaments off of this little thing or boom above. Or I think there is a Christmas tree card in the Unhinged or Unglued set. But there you go, Derevi. He does a lot of funny things. I haven't seen Derevi played much. I've seen him played once. I think it was against Steven, actually. I think he played Derevi against me. And no one's played Rune. I'm surprised. I thought Rune would be super popular right away. I think a lot of people just don't want to spend $30 on the pre-con decks, and not a lot of people are selling. I think most people are just buying the Grixis deck and just selling off the money cards and just dealing with it. I definitely want a Rune. I will try and build Rune. Rune kind of seems like a bad kiki-jiki though, because you're blinking a card. Kiki-jiki kind of does a similar effect, although you're constricted to mono red. But Rune costs 2 extra mana, doesn't have haste, and blinks. He doesn't give you a token that can attack or block. And you can block and then blink. It seems weaker. I'm sure there's obviously better things you can do with Rune. Obviously with Legends, kiki-jiki can't target Legends. And being in blue, white, green is kind of better than being in mono red, obviously. I definitely did play maybe I think I played one Rune deck, and they had like acidic slimes and things of those natures in their deck, and then he's just doing insane things with his triggers. Price of Knowledge. This card just kind of seems underwhelming. The art with the guy with no eyes is pretty funny, but the effect itself isn't that great. What do we got time here? I'm going to pause all 8 triggers here. Alright, we're back, and our opponent just conceded because he didn't want to, tie up the game for any longer. Let's see what we're going to draw. We're going to draw some things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I did. It was a fun time, and it's a long video, so I'll see you next time. Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday, and do smart things. Like not drinking and driving. Smoking cigarettes, those are bad too.